Okay, so here. Okay, so good afternoon again. Today we will learn about a list. Okay, we will learn about list. Okay, list, or we can call it as array. But in our visual programming, which is in Snap or BYOB or Scratch that we will use, okay, we call it as a list. We call it as a list. Okay, so here we go, guys. So we already learned about the control structure. Okay, the repetition statement and the selection statement, the if else if, then the if else if, and then what else we have learned? The repeat until. So we have learned that, okay, in the past few weeks. So when we say we want to learn a list, usually list, we can create a list, okay, without using the control structure, but a list will work perfectly. We can say work perfectly when we use a looping statement, the repetition statement, the repeat until. So when we use our list with the repeat until statement or command, it will work perfectly, or it will work accordingly based on what we want. Okay, but of course, before we go to the combination of using a list and the repeat, we need to know the simplest one, how to create a list. Okay, how to create a list, how to insert the data into a list, how to use a list. So I will show you one by one. Okay, it's different, guys. It very different. It has much, I can say it's much more different lah compared to BYOB and Scratch. If we go to BYOB or Scratch, okay, we can simply get the list. We go to the BYOB. Let's say you open your BYOB, you go to variable, you have the button make a list. Then you can simply write or given the list name. So you can simply given the list name. But it will be different in a Snap. Of course, I will show you how. Of course, I will show you how. Okay, so if you go to the Scratch, that's because I know some of you are not using Snap. Some of you like to use BYOB or Scratch more before it's an offline version, easy, without you don't have to use the internet connection. If you go to your Scratch, your list also will be inside your variables and have a button to create a list similar as BYOB. Okay, similar as BYOB, but it will be a little bit or much different in a Snap. If you go to the variable in your Snap, you cannot find any make a list button. Am I right, guys? You can't find any make a list button. Am I right, guys?
Yes, miss.
Yes, miss.
Okay. It is because in Snap, we create the list just by declaring a variable. We create the list by, okay, just by declaring a variable, and we assign the variable into a list. How? So I show you how. Okay, I will show you create a list. I will create a score list. So make a variable. Okay, everyone, make a variable, and then I will name my list as a score list. Score list. Make sure it's for all sprite. Make sure it's for all sprite, because maybe we want to use in other sprite we don't know letters, so it's easy, okay, safe that you create them as for all sprite. The global, okay, using a global scope. Okay, done. Done.
Done, Miss.
Okay, but if you look here, this core list is still as a variable. Am I right? It's still, okay, they're still as a variable. Am I right, guys? Okay, but we want a list. We want to create a list. So what we can do, we bring set, okay, we bring set command or set block, choose core list, and bring the list here into the, okay, we can say into the column that we have in the set block like this, and click the back arrow because we say our list will be empty. So when you click at this command or this block, your score list already become a list, not variable anymore. Not variable anymore. Okay, we need to do additional things in the snap. In the Scratch or BYOB, we don't have to do something like this. We just go to make a list and they will create a list for us. Okay. The data inside the list, we choose how we want to insert the data into a list, either from the getting the input from the user, or we initially inserting the data before we start writing the program. Of course, I will show you both. Both example I will show. Getting from the user, they will store in our they will store in our, okay, sorry, they will store in our list, and another one that we inserting the data before we write the code. I will show you both. So is it clear now for all of you on how to create a list in a snap? Is it clear?
Yes, Miss, we are clear.
Yes, Miss.
Okay, so let me start our first program, our first tutorial. Can?
Okay, Miss.
Okay, can Okay, so now you can remove this once you already create the list. Don't worry. Okay, it will remain as a list. Okay, first we choose how we want to start. So I will choose when a space key press, and I would like to change my costume. Okay, we can always change the costume later on. No need to change now. You can no need to change it at the beginning. So you can use any costume you like. Today I want to make Or donut will say something lah, okay? Donut will be my sprite. Okay. Done. Changes the done. Changing the sprite.
Yes, Miss.
Done, Miss.
Okay. Let's proceed our script. Okay, here we go. I say, okay, since our list name was a score list, so that's mean I want to get an input from the user about their score. Okay, now it's a Olympic, it's a Paralympic, okay, the Olympic for it's a Paralympic, okay, that now we had it in Tokyo, right? So let's we have a score list, so we will ask, okay, the player names. So what is your name? So that's mean we need a variables name to store our input value. Okay, so we will set the name to answer. Okay, and then we will ask the score. Okay, enter your score. Okay, and then we will create a variable named score, and then we will set the score to the answer. Not a score list, score. Score to answer. So we will have another two variable name and score. Okay. Then okay. So then we will add the name and the score into our list. So here we go. Okay, we had add. Okay, where is the add? Oh, here below. We have add and we have insert. I will show you the difference of add and insert block. So we will not use everything, we will not use everything, but usually we will use replace, delete, okay, the basic one, the basic command, item, okay, the length, okay. So we will use this and the index. Okay, so this one, if you look at the shape, is the rectangle shape. So where's rectangle shape, that's mean it can be inserted into your control structure, the condition statement. This one. So if the list content, then what you want to do. So you can use them inside the if statement. But what we will learn is the basic one. So now we want to store name and score into the list. I will show you using the add command first. So I want to have it both. So I will use join. Okay, I will use join. I will say name, and then I will have a dash, dash, and then have another column. I will put score. A good list is like database lah, but this one is just a list, an array. So you have a name and score in one index item. In one item, everything will be stored. You are not storing them differently, like number 1 name, number 2 score, number 3 name, number 4 score. That is not a good list. A good list is, it's like we store it in one line, name and score, everything. So we know, oh, Azia, the score is, okay, that is the score. So something like that. So I will show you. So add name and score to, bring the score list and put inside here. They will store into your list. So when you play, okay, when you play, I need to bring here. What is your name? So I will give my name. Enter my score. I just enter the score. So they will definitely insert, okay, the score into here. Azia 78. So when you repeat again, okay, name, and then I say 80. So they will go to the next line because we use add block. Adding block, okay, the add block for list, they will add at the last list. So after one another. Okay, then, okay, clear. Again, then we play again. What's your name? You can always change the position because we cannot see here. Okay, you say Benny. Okay, and then I just give the score 79. So when you use the add command or add block, they will always adding at the bottom or at the end. Clear?
Clear, miss.
Okay, clear. Guys, for those getting your vaccine, they said is in 2 weeks, our condition will be like, our body condition will be in a low state, am I right? But I don't think it's in 2 weeks. I think we should consider about 1 month after the second dose. Okay, after you get the second dose. Because I think I didn't go anywhere, but I start like getting my allergic reaction is like after 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, I get complete my second dose. So guys, please do not go anywhere. Just stay at home. Okay. Sorry for the advertisement in between. Okay. So then, how about insert? Insert and add, they did a similar things, but there is a slight difference in insert. Okay, where I will just remove this, just move this. Because I want to show you. Insert, you can choose where you want to insert your data. So I will just duplicate this one. Okay, your lecturer just want to duplicate, bring the score list into here. So I choose at 1. So when I choose at 1, okay, when I choose at 1, and then I enter the value, just enter value. So see, it won't go to after Benny, but Shazwan will go at the item index number 1 because we choose they will go to item index number 1. You can also choose last, means last will be similar as add. It will be always at last. Random. Random system will pick randomly for you. Let's say you choose random. Let's say you choose random. So let's say you choose random. And then see, they will just randomly. Okay. When you enter again. Okay. They will just randomly. Number 2, number 1, they will just randomly insert your data into the list. But you also can put your own numbers. Let's say you always insert at number 3. No problem. You play. Okay. See? It will always be at number 3. Whenever you add a new data, they will always insert at number 3. So, can't you see the difference between add and insert? Can't you see the difference between add and insert? Yes.
Yes.
Don't be afraid with me lah. Just ask. I'm just asking you. So just answer. So can't you see the difference?
Yes, Miss.
Yes. So you can see the difference, eh?
Yes, Miss.
Can. Good. Okay. So add is always inserting the data, the new data into the last, okay, the last list or at the bottom or at the end. Okay. While insert, we can choose where we want to insert the data. Okay. Okay. So next. Okay. So next. Here we go. You already learned insert and add. So let's learn replace. Okay. So let's say after you insert, you say that you want to replace, okay, which item? Which item means the item index. So let's say you want to replace item number 5. Okay, you can put item number 5 of score list. Put correctly, into a new value. So you can put a new value here. So let's say I say I want to replace, okay, number 5 with okay. So when you play, okay, when you play, you will enter your name, you will enter your name, you enter the score. So then number 5 will be changed to Excel. So we are missing something. Shazwan is not here anymore because we replace number 5. Because we say replace is after inserting. So if we do the replace before inserting, they will do the replace first, then they will insert the new one. So replace item, you can choose as well number 1, last or random, or you given the index item 1, 2, 3. This is index item is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this is the index item. We start with number 1. So you can replace. Okay, it's like you can updating your data list. Even though you already insert, you can replace or update them. So let's say you want to delete. Okay, you can put delete at the beginning. So that means every time you start, they will delete, okay, the list. If you choose delete all. If you choose delete all, they will delete everything. But if you choose delete last, they will only delete the last one. But if you choose delete one, they will always delete the item number 1. So let's say I want to delete number 5 because I want to delete the one that I replaced just now. I click delete. Okay. I click delete here. Sorry. Don't forget score list here. Don't forget delete 5. So they will delete item number 5. You can always attach the delete item into the script here. But I want to show you, that's why I didn't attach them. Okay, I want to show you, that's why I didn't attach them together. So when you replace, they will replace again. So when you delete, they will delete. Okay, you can always attach them into the script. But now I want to show you how it works. That's why I just click at the block. At the block. Okay, clear? Clear?
Yes, clear, Miss.
Okay, so now you want to display the list here. So if you want to display the list, what you can do, guys, is you can use a say command. You can bring say item, okay, of a score list. Okay, when you click, they will say item number 1, Saat 79. So if you choose say item last, so it will be Benny 79. But if you choose, I want 4, Samuel 80. Or you can pick randomly. Randomly, they will say anybody. See, whenever you click anyone, they will display. The item means the data here based on the item numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here. Okay, clear? Clear?
Clear, Miss.
Okay, so how about length? Length is to know how many data that you have in your list. So we didn't change. Okay, we have a length. Okay, so it's either, but usually we use the length. Okay, so say length. Okay, then they will say 6. Correct. The length was 6. So if you add a new data, okay, you add a new data. So when you add a new data, then it becomes 7 because the length was 7. Okay. So this is the length. Okay. The length block that you can use. You can identify the length of the list. So you have only 7 data. Okay. So how about index? So this index, if you want to know more detail, you can go to see the help. Okay. Okay. cannot view. Okay, so wait. So when you choose index thing in score list 0 because there is no things. Okay, so index of what? Index of what you want to see. So let's say you say Samuel. Can we have 0? So index of what we want to see? So index of Samuel 80. 5. So you need to have, okay, the detail of the data if you want to see the index number. So I want to see Azia 78. So it must be 3. Azia 78. Oh, no space. See, we must have a space as well. So Azia 78, 3. Correct. The index number will be 3. So that is how you check or use the index to see the index number. So clear. Clear, guys.
Yes,
Yeah.
clear, miss.
Clear, miss.
Clear. So if you are clear, let we do something with a simple repeat statement before we do the advanced one. Okay. So you may save this. Okay, you may save. And I will not save as I already have it. Okay, using open new one. You want replace? Yes. Make sure you save, Yes. Okay. I will change the costume now. We can also have a libraries, but this library is if you want to have a text costume, okay, but we don't want. Okay, so we have a costume here. We choose a costume. They are very limited, right? The costume. Let me check first which costume we want to use. Oh, dinosaur onesie. Okay, because very cute. Okay, I will use this one. Okay, then I choose when a green flag click, and then I will create one new list. So I will create a variables. Okay, then I will name as a day list. Okay, I will name as a day list. So I will set the day list into a list because I want to create a list. Okay, so this is my day list done. Okay, so this is my day list. So I will create another. Okay. I will create another variable name loops. Okay, loops. Okay, because I want to view all the day. Okay, all the days in 1 week. Okay, so this programming they will display. Okay, all the day in in a list, in 1 week. So we have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. But we will add or insert the day in a week before we start writing the script. So how? If you look at your list, you can see the plus button or not. The small plus button is very tiny here. This small plus button, can't you see it?
Yes, miss.
Yes, miss.
Okay, click and okay, type Sunday. You cannot press enter, so we have another one. Click and then do it until Saturday, 7 days. I want to show you. If you're done, let me know. Done?
Yes, miss.
Done, So now we set loop to 1 because we know the item index starting with 1. So we cannot put 0 because by default it start with 1. So how many days in week we have? So we repeat 7. Okay. Repeat 7. How many days we have? We repeat 7. And then we say item. Okay, we already know that we use item. We say item loop. Okay, not. Okay, we say item loop of dailies. And we change the loop by 1. So when you click a green flag, click loop 1 Sunday, loop 2 Monday, loop 3 Tuesday, loop 4 Wednesday, which is correct, 5 Thursday, 6 Friday, 7 Saturday. They will stop. Loop 8, nothing. Of course, they will add 7 plus 1. They will check, repeat. Is repeat 7 similar to repeat 8? No. So, they will only stop. Loop 8, they will stop. So you don't have to worry that, how I want to display all the list, all the data in my list. No need to worry because they work perfectly. That's why I say they work perfectly with the repetition statement. You just need to know how to name, okay, to call them correctly and how to use them. So when you use it in a correct way, they will call it for you. No need, you don't have to worry anymore how you want to display all the data in your list. So is it clear, guys? Is it clear?
Yes, miss.
Yes, miss.
Yes. Clear.
Clear,
Yes, miss,
miss.
clear.
Okay, good. So now, if we change this repeat 7 to length of the dailies, do you think it will work or not? Do Do you think that it will work or not?
I think yes, miss.
Huh?
I think yes, it will work.
So Ilalam, you say you think it will work. Am I right?
Yes, yes.
How about others?
I think it'll work too, miss.
You think that it will work? Okay. No, you guess no. Okay, some of you say it will work, some of you say no. Okay. So why don't you guys try and see whether it will work or not?
It works, miss.
It works, guys.
It works, miss.
I think some of you forget that length of the day list is 7. So the value was 7. The value that you enter here also 7. So if you want to make it more automatically, means if you adding a new data inside your list, you don't have to change your code. So instead of changing your code, you can use the length of the list. That means if the length become 8, they will repeat until 8 times. So clear? Clear?
Yes, miss.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, done So if you're done, let we create something more bigger than the first and second example I show you. So I give you break 5 minutes before we continue. Okay? You guys can have a break 5 to 10 minutes before we continue. Okay? So go and have a break. Make sure you save the file, and we will continue at 3:10 p.m. Okay? Okay, guys? Are you guys okay actually?
Yes, miss.
Yes, miss.
Because you guys, your sound look like you. It's like you don't have like. It's not like. It's like you feel like I don't want to have this or something like that. Your voice is different from the last week. Okay, in the previous week. Okay, it's more excited. But this week, it feel like you are tired. Is it okay? You guys is okay or not? Is everything okay, guys?
Yes, miss, we are doing fine.
Good. Okay, I hope everyone was fine. Okay. We have our class. We enjoy our class. Okay. I give you break. So if you want to have a break, you want to have some snack. Okay. If you want to have some drinks, you can have it. Yes, I give you 10 minutes break. So some of you maybe you are not performing your prayer yet, then you can perform your prayer in these 5 to 10 minutes. Okay? We will come back at 3:10 p.m. Yes, 10 minutes. I give you 10 minutes, so it's another 3 minutes more left. Why? At 10 p.m. you will start. The second tutorial is the second part, second part of our tutorial today. It will be a long program, a long script. Okay, we continue. Guys, are you ready?
Yes, miss.
Okay.
Yes, miss.
Okay.
Yes,
So
miss.
yes. Okay. So it's still a list, but in this time around, we will create something more longer, and I can say it's not difficult actually. It's more too complicated. Okay, we will use a variable and a list, okay, to display our conversation, a jokes conversation. So we will create a jokes. So the jokes conversation, okay, the program will getting it from the list that we will create, okay, and the data that we wrote before we start writing the script. So first of all, we must create our list. So our list name will be jokes, because it's about jokes, okay, for all sprite, because all sprite we use, okay. And then we will set the jokes to the list, because we want to create a list to make the jokes as a list like this. Then move. So done.
Done.
Okay, so I will create jokes. So this joke, it depends on you. If you want to follow my jokes, you can follow. But if you have your own jokes that you want to insert, you can have it. It's something like, Okay, it's something like, I say like this, okay, I ask your name, okay, then, okay, let's say, you ask me my name, so I say, you ask me like this, who are you? And then I reply, doesn't, and then you ask me again, doesn't who? And then I will say the joke, doesn't who want to let me in? Doesn't anybody want to let me in? So I create this joke. Okay, so in Malay we call it like, I don't know what we call it, but it's something like you play a joke with other people. So for example, you ask me, who are you? And then I reply, AB. And then you ask me again, AB who? And then I will say, AB birthday to you. I will play a joke. I didn't respond in a correct way. I just playing around with your questions. Something like that. So if you have your own jokes, you want to insert, you may insert, but you also can follow me. I will only have 6 jokes in the end. So the first one will be, doesn't anybody want to let me in? Cannot see, right? So I need to make it bigger. Spelling error. Okay, to let me in. Correct. Okay. So second. A door is between us. Okay, it's like a door, but okay, we call it a door is between us. Open up. Okay, and then we ask the know a good place, so we ask Noah a good place to get something to eat. So did you know a good place to get something to eat, but is you change it to Noah a good place to get something to eat. Okay, number 4. Okay, number 4. Say the magic word, but I will say the magic word. Okay, say the magic word and watch me disappear. Number 5. AB birthday to you. Number 6. So clear the way. So instead of clear the way, we say clear the way. Okay. Clear the way. I'm coming to. That's it. Enough. So if you have done, change your sprite. Okay. If you have done, change your sprite. So I will change the sprite. So this is my sprite. Okay. My sprite that will asking a question and reply the questions. Okay. And add a new sprite. Okay. This new sprite also change the costume to any costume. So maybe we can have a sad sprite because you are playing a joke with them. okay, with the sprite. So maybe we can get a set sprite. Okay, if we have a set sprite, hopefully we have. Okay, we have one. Let me check. I don't know whether we have it or not. Oh no, this one is not.
I
It's
mean, I
very
think there's
happy.
one. Shark C.
Ah,
Shark C.
sharp. So S, is it
Yes.
S?
Yes, S.
So we have one. Okay, very sad, sharp. Okay, so can we make them looking at the another sprite? Can we delete this one? We try to edit. If sprite number one, can we edit the sprite number one? Can we? Okay, so sprite number one, we can see the, okay, so we can make something like this. Okay, we make them face together. Okay, thank you. Who just now helping me? Why you are laughing, Rifat? Why you want to die? Okay, if you guys ready, let me know. Okay, if you guys are ready, let me know. If you are not done yet with sprite, and then not done yet with the list. Oh, very good, very good. Nice. Okay. So if you guys ready, let me know. Means ready means you already finish everything, like changing the costume, add a new sprite, and then okay, creating the list, write all the list. So let me know. Let me know. Don't worry, you have time. Okay. Okay, good, Samuel. Others, are you done?
Yes, miss.
Okay, so come. Everyone done, Let's we proceed, We start the code. Okay, we start the script. So first, I want you to create a new variable, two new variable name. Make sure it's for all sprite, as both sprite will use it. So clue. Okay, the first one is clue. Clue means they will take the name in front here. Like I say, the first sprite will say hello there, and second sprite will ask who's there, and then you will reply based on the randomly chosen by the system which jokes they will choose. So example, they choose number 3, so you will reply Noah based on the clue given. Then the set sharp will say Noah who. and then you are very happy. Noah, a good place to get something to eat. So that will be your sentences or your strings. So clue, and then you create another variable for all sprite, string. Strings mean they will get all the data inside the item. Okay, inside the item, the list item. So for all sprite as well. So I will not hide, okay, the variable because I want to show you how exactly it's work. I don't want to remove, okay, or hide the variable because I want to show you how it's work. So we have the code in sprite 1 first. So we will have when the green flag click. So I will have a waiting period, a very small waiting period. Okay. Scale 0.2. Then we will say something. We will say, hi shop. You look at something like that. Okay, for 2 seconds, and then we wait. We put a wait because we want to have the conversation, so the conversation will not overlap. Of course, you need to save the file because later after the lab test 1, I will show you, okay, not to use the waiting period here. Okay, so we do our tutorials for the another next tutorials, so we will reuse. Okay, so make sure you reuse. Okay, so here we go. We go to sprite number 2. Don't worry, sprite number 1 doesn't finish yet. We go to sprite number 2. We bring when a green flag click and we wait for at least 5 seconds because there has a waiting period here. Hi shark, you look sad, 2 seconds, 2 seconds. So we don't want the overlapping conversations. So shark will ask, who's there? Okay. Okay. Shark will ask who's there, and then we will wait only for 1 second. And then you say that you say the clue that will be chosen by the system. Of course, you cannot see right now because we didn't create the main script for the clue and the string. We will create after this. So you will say the clue. So the value will be remain 0 for now. Okay, because we didn't set the main script for the clue and the script and the string. So go to sprite 2 and then you will have join because you will ask the clue who. Okay, join and then clue. Oh, sorry, accidentally. Okay, who. Okay, so they will have a conversation. So if you want to see what happened actually, I will make it smaller for a while. Okay, so you have, hi shark, you look sad. Okay, there will, who's there? Okay, so when we see who's there, it will too short to go back here. So you need to add the waiting period. Because it's overlap. If you look, it's overlap. High sharp, you look set. Who's there? 0 already come. So you need to add more the waiting period. Don't worry, because the value doesn't have the jokes yet. Of course, it show you 0. Okay, so you can add more. So you can add more. High sharp, you look set. Okay. Okay, do we have any overlapping? No. So it's okay now. Okay. Okay. So next, we finish the conversation for them first. Okay. So we have another waiting period here, 2 seconds. Then we have the say the string. The last one, they will say the string. But of course, we don't have the value yet because as I mentioned, okay, as I mentioned, there is no main script yet. So you also can have the waiting period here. Wait for 2 seconds. So if you run now, it will be 0. We just want to check they don't have any overlapping conversation. Okay, it will be 0, 0 who? Okay, so it will be too short here, so you can add more because it become overlapping. Overlapping means both of them talking at the same time. So make sure when we create a conversation, we don't make them talking at the same time. So it will be overlapping. So clear, guys? Clear? So you guys need me to open any of the script so you guys can see it again. You guys need me to
Yes,
open
miss.
any of the script? Which part?
The second part.
Second sprite number 2, the sharp. Here.
Yeah.
Okay. Just asking me, because I just now I want to show you, okay? How the conversation. If you want to say something, you can unmute yourself, but don't overlapping with my, my sentences, okay? When I'm talking, we wait for a while, then you can talk, okay? If you are done, let me know, okay? If you want me to open the script for part 1, let me know as well.
Miss, can you go back to the script for square one for a while, please?
Okay, can. Here we go.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so done. Everyone done? Can we proceed to the main script? The main character lah we call. Because without this main script, our value will be remain 0, 0, 0. So, ready guys? I cannot see your message. 2 minutes, ma'am. Oh, can, Saat. Don't worry. If you guys are ready, just let me know, We can proceed. But don't worry, we still have time. Saat, are you done? Okay, so now, our main script, we will write in a stage area. Okay, our main script, we will write the main script in a stage area. Because it's not because both of the sprite will use the same script, same main script. So we will load in the stage. So since we will load in the stage, I will change the background to a nice background. Okay, of course we want a nice background that we can relate to our conversation. So let me go to the, maybe we can use a bedroom lah. Okay, so cancel, done. We change the background, then we go to the script. Both sprite 1, sprite 2 using the green flag click. So do the same in your main script. Your main script must use the when green flag click. All three must use the same controller to run the code. Okay, then how we want to choose the jokes here from here. How we want to choose the jokes from here. We want the system to pick randomly from the list of the jokes that we had. So what I will do is I will create a new variables for all sprite named random, which is I instruct the system to pick randomly the jokes from the list. So I will set the random to pick random from 1 to, I don't put 6. Why? Because later maybe I will change the jokes list. I will add on or I will reduce the list. So I will use pick random 1 to the length of the jokes. The length of the joke. So it will be 1 to 6 for now. But later if you add more, they will 1 to the length of your jokes. Okay. Clear, guys? I will put here. Okay, let me put here so we can see. Okay. Done.
Yes, done, miss.
Okay, so remember our string just now? The string that we'll get from these jokes. So that's mean we must set the string to the item that pick randomly by this one, the first set random of the jokes. So if you run now, I want to show you, I want to show you. I will click the green flag, click now. I will stop. Okay. So your random, okay, system pick random number 3. So random number 3 was Noah a good place to get something to eat. That's why your string value will be Noah a good place to get something to eat. That is how it works. Okay, but right now, your clue still 0. So if you run, hi Shark, you look sad. Then Shark will ask, who's there? Then you still reply 0. 0 who? Because the clue doesn't know a good place to get something to eat. But you already get the string. Just we didn't have the code for the clue yet. We didn't setting up a script or code for the clue yet. But for the string, we already get it. Random number 3. So when you click green flag again, number 2 is a door is between us, open up. So your string will be a door is between us, open up. So clear now? Clear now? Okay, so now set clue to 1. The clue, we will get it from the character of the chosen items. For example, random number 2, a door. So we say clue 1. So character 1, character is single letter. So N is 1, 0 is number 0, O is number 2, A is number 3, H is number 4. So we will set the clue starting from 1. And then we set, sorry, we didn't set because we didn't create yet. So how we want to get this character? This character, we will create another variable name as a char. This is a character, okay? Char for all sprite. So we will set the char or character to empty. Why empty? Later on, I will show you why is empty. I will show you, don't worry. Why is empty? So how they want to repeatedly increasing the clue to get the character. As for a door, A-D-O-R-E. So how they want to get this character? So we use repeat until. They will repeat until, okay? So they will repeat until the last character is equals to the space, the empty space, the white space. Okay, so we will have the letter of, okay, letter, bring the letter char of what? Of string. Letter char of string equals to the Unicode. Unicode 32. So Unicode 32 similar to ASCII code. 32 will be equals to space. So if you find out Unicode 32, so it's a space bar. Okay, so you find out this Unicode, you can find this Unicode table. So Unicode 32 will be a space, the character be space. So that's why we say the character equals to space, they will stop. So that means until they meet the space, they will stop. So that's why they will get the clue as the name in front here. Okay, don't worry, I will show you one by how it's work. Then the character will be getting it one by one. Like adore, A-D-O-R-E, single character. So we must join them. Okay, we must join them by make the set what? Set clue to join. I will just, okay, duplicate this letter character. Okay, so the second one will be letter character of string, and the first one will be clue. So you change character. You change character by 1. So I show you how it works. Wait, I show you how it works. So I play. So random number 4. Okay, random number 4. So random number 4. I put wrongly, guys. Later I will change. So random number 4. Number 4 is SADIE. So if you look character 6, why 6? S-A-D-I-E 5, including the space 6. That's why character 6. But why we have 1? So you can see how it's work. Hi Sharp, you look sad. Who's there? You will say SADIE. Okay, but we have 1. I need to show you. There is a SADIE. Who SADIE magic work? Okay, SADIE magic word and watch me disappear. That is how it works. So we wrongly put the value, guys. Clue empty, character 1. Sorry. So clue empty, character 1. So it won't have the value 1 here. So when you play again, you run again. So random number 4 again. So let's say we don't want. We say you want to try another. Okay. Random 5. Random 5 with AB. So character 5. Character 5. A, B, B, Y. Is 4 character, including the space 5. That's why character 5. Character 5 equals to space. Yes, correct. They will stop. That's why they get the clue as AB. So that is how they get the clue. Why the clue must be 0? Otherwise, we get the value. Just now, I wrongly put the character, set character to 1. So they will start with 1. Is it clear, guys? Is it clear how it works? So this Unicode, you don't have to remember. You just can find the Unicode table because Unicode is the ASCII. Okay, Unicode is the ASCII table. So just find the ASCII, then you will get 32 will be space. Clear? So is your jokes working? Is your jokes working, guys?
Miss, can you just go to the second sprite? I just want to check something.
Okay, can.
Okay, thanks, Miss.
Mm. Any questions?
Miss,
Yes.
my clues, I don't know why, but just start repeating the same letter. A.
Check your repetition here. Check, check here. Check your
I
command here. Usually it's having an error, okay, from this repeat until or the value here. Check it. Because if you screenshot and show me, I know there is something else. Okay, there is an error from here. So check it carefully.
okay, Miss, it worked. I was using set instead of change, the last one.
Don't use set. Okay, change because it's a repetition. Repetition, you will change. You will looping, increment, the incremental. Today you will learn it. What is the change? What is the incremental? Okay. And during your lecture class, I will explain. Is there any questions? No. Question or no?
No question, Miss.
So everyone get the output or not?
Yeah, I get the output, miss.
Okay, good. Very good. Okay. Is there any question? If don't have any question, I will stop the recording and I will give you the attendance and I will see you at 4:30 for your lecture class. Any question? No. No questions. No questions. So I will stop the recording. Okay.